watching E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to do our review for Smackdown, WWE Smackdown, April 3rd episode, which was last night. And, you know, I gotta admit, I really wasn't into this one. It lost me. And it's kind of sad that it did because I was so into that first match of the night between Charlotte and Natalya. And what took me out of it, you know, it's one thing when you're watching these shows and in the middle of a match, they cut to a commercial and then you come back. That always sucks. And it's something, unfortunately, we all have pretty much get accustomed to. They've been doing it for years. But what really, and I'm not saying they haven't done this before, what I'm about to complain about, but it was the first time I've seen it. Because as you guys know, I've slowly been getting back into wrestling the last 2 years. I really wasn't watching any of the shows on TV. I was kind of just keeping up with the news and then watching the pay-per-views. But recently I started watching the shows again, and I've kind of been enjoying it because I remember back in the day, man, me and some buddies of mine back when I lived in New York used to have like Monday Night Raw parties and stuff like that. So I've been pretty happy with watching them lately. So I was really upset because, you know, the opening was fine with Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. That was all good. And they got to that first match between Natalya and Charlotte. And Charlotte's another one of these female wrestlers. I really like a lot of the female wrestlers, I gotta say. You know, as I mentioned yesterday, I like Bayley a lot. You know, she's probably one of my favorites. Charlotte's another one of my favorites because she's just really, really good in the ring. And that move she did to Natalya where she had it kind of wrapped up in her legs and was slamming her, that was just incredible. And then I got completely taken out of the match because they decided, instead of going to commercial break, they did a picture-in-picture during the match to give that damn Ronda Rousey promotion again. And it's not nothing against Ronda. I'm not getting on Ronda's case. I'm getting on the case of the fact that here I am into this great match between these two skilled women, veteran wrestlers, especially Natalya. She's been around for years. And then they completely took me out of it by going picture-in-picture. It just wasn't something I was expecting. Because here's the thing. If you're going to go to commercial, then you go to commercial, right? That's something we deal with. But if you're going picture-in-picture to give this promotional video again, I'd much rather you not do that because I've seen a promotional video again. And if I want to see it again, I can just go on YouTube and see it. I'd rather watch the match. And so and they did that a number of times last night, and it really, really took me out of the show, which for the most part was a decent show. Even the 8-man tag match between, you know, like Ziggler, Corbin, Mojo, and Primo against Breeze of Fandango, Dillinger, and Ryder, even that one I was kind of enjoying, you know, so... you know, but anyway, so let's get to this. You know, I got my little notes here for whatever. I actually had to go back and watch some of SmackDown again earlier today, because I didn't get to finish watching it, so I had to go on YouTube and kind of find, you know, there's some channels you can go to where you can get like an abbreviated. So I had to try and go back and for things that I didn't really miss much anyway, but I just wanted to make sure my notes were correct. So again, that match between Natalya and Charlotte was just fantastic, minus the interruptions. It was such a good match, and they got a lot of screen time too, which I think was well deserved. Then after the match, Asuka comes out and smack talks to Charlotte. Charlotte snatches the mic, and she smack talks. You know, basically their promo, getting ready for WrestleMania. You know, and that's a match I'm looking forward to because Asuka obviously is very talented, and Charlotte, again, another talent. We'll do a WrestleMania predictions video probably Friday early in the day because I know at nighttime we got the live stream, but Friday early, that should be a lot of fun. So then we get to the promo with AJ Nakamura responding to Nakamura saying that he's too emotional. So that was pretty good. So then we get to the next match, and it's basically Rusev versus Jinder Mahal with Bobby Roode at ringside, joining the commentary. This was another good match. I mean, Rusev's a big deal right now with that Rusev Day. I like it too. I think it's a lot of fun. Jinder Mahal, you know, the guy is a physical specimen. Do not get me wrong. He is a physical specimen. So God bless him on that account. I just think there could be somebody better in his place, but be that as it may, you know, in that 4-man championship match, you're getting 3 really solid wrestlers. But Jinder Mahal's a good villain, so I think that's the reason why he's still in the picture. He is very hated, you know what I mean? So for that, I mean, if you have a crowd response, I mean, we all know this about wrestling. If the crowd responds to you, be it cheers or boos, you're gonna be on TV. So as much as people don't like Jinder for other reasons, he gets the reactions from the fans. So he's gonna be there. So this was a good match. I'm glad Rusev got the victory, but it was awesome when Randy Orton came in out of nowhere and gave him the RKO. So that was really good. So yeah, that was a fun match to watch. Again, like I said, this next match between Ziggler, Corbin, Mojo, and Primo versus Ryder, Breeze, Fandango, and Dillinger. It was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. You know, it was a lot better than I expected it to be. So that was cool. I mean, it was, you know, I don't score these things. You guys know I don't do scores, because I try to take a more general fan approach, talking about reviewing things, and I don't want to give scales and points and anything like that. But if I did scale or have a point system, the show would have lost a lot of points just because of those picture-in-picture promos. And one thing I forgot to mention was before this match, there was a tag team promo for that triple threat match. I am so looking forward to that. And it's because the Usos are great in the ring. The New Day are great. And I really, really, really like the Bludgeon Brothers. I really, really do. So that's probably one of the matches I'm most hyped for, is that triple threat tag team match. So Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they come in and they start talking smack. They do their little promo towards the end of the night, apologizing to Brie and talking about how they're going to ruin Bryan's comeback, so on and so forth. And then finally they're kind of pushed out into the crowd by the security, and then Shane and Bryan come back out, and Shane starts singing "Na na 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 hey goodbye," because obviously if those two lose, they'll be fired for good. If they lose, they're just going to go to SmackDown. You know, and the funny thing is, earlier in the night, Shane said specifically, if we win, or something along that, I'm paraphrasing here, of course, but basically, you'll never see them on a SmackDown show again, which tells me that if they lose, they'll just go to Raw, basically. So then finally, we get the AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, which is a treat of a main event, as odd as it is, because there's really no built-up rivalry there, but that's 4 talented wrestlers. It was a good match. And of course, once the match was over, here comes AJ Styles again, talking trash to Nakamura. Then Benjamin and Gable attack Nakamura. Then of course Gable and Benjamin come in, they attack, and Nakamura's fighting them off, and then Styles basically does to Nakamura what he did to him last week, which was threaten to do one of his finishing moves, and then pats Nakamura on the head. So that was pretty cute. We've seen WWE do stuff like this before. This kind of stuff used to happen even back when Hogan was feuding with Warrior before WrestleMania 6, where they would kind of save each other, and then Hogan would turn around and there's Warrior right there, or vice versa. So they've done this through the years. They've done it with Stone Cold and The Rock. They did that. So it's pretty cool to see that that's still a thing there. But it was an okay SmackDown. I just wish they didn't do those picture-in-picture promos. That really pissed me off, because it's kind of like telling you, we have a choice to either show you the match or do this promo while you're watching it. And honestly, I prefer watching a match. I've seen some of those promos already. There's really no need to push the issue. And then of course the advertising of the free WrestleMania between the two shows. I didn't mention it yesterday, but it really struck me today, because I realized, yesterday, because I realized that during the show, both of them, they were really, really pushing that issue. And I guess that's fine. You want people to come onto your network and sign up, and, it got me, I much rather pay $10 a month and get all their pay-per-views than to pay $34 a pay-per-view, So, Yeah, that's basically it. But either way, I am excited for WrestleMania. I think it's gonna be good. There's definitely some matches I'm looking forward to. That triple tag team match I'm looking forward to. I'm definitely looking forward to the AJ Shinsuke Nakamura fight. I am looking forward to the Lesnar Roman fight. Again, I'm not a Roman hater. I like Roman. I just think that he needs to change up his game a little bit. Actually, not a little bit, a lot. But even though he needs a lot of improvement, which he does, I still think he's a talented athlete. I just think that he needs to really come out of the Shield mode, you know, with the music, the look, all that needs to change. And his finishing move is just horrendous. It's such a bad move. But you know, I'll do a video on Roman one day. I have actually some Patreon requests for, or at least one Patreon request so far for a post WrestleMania video from Al Tinsley. So we're gonna take care of that probably next Monday. I might even do it Wednesday because I might want to see SmackDown and Raw first, the after shows to see if there's any significant changes before I do that video. So Al, if you're listening, I'll definitely take care of your video hopefully by next Wednesday. Seeing how things turn out. It also depends on how they shake up the rosters. I'm not sure. I don't remember or recall if that's something they do right away after WrestleMania. So we'll see how things go. But at least minimum next Wednesday after the SmackDown and Raw shows. And if they're going to do another shakedown of the rosters, if they're going to switch things up, I might wait till after that's done before I do. Because Al wants me to do a fantasy booking for next year's WrestleMania. And he also wants me to discuss what newcomers would come up to the WrestleMania, and I already got those in my head. I just want to let you know I already decided on that because I've been hard work at looking at all the Patreon requests and preparing videos to get done. So, but anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Sunday's gonna be fun. I look forward to doing a review for WrestleMania. Until then, this is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching E.T.N. You can follow E.T.N on Facebook, Twitch or Twitter, or join the Nation Facebook page. Don't forget to click that subscribe button on your way out.